edition of Prep Sports Night Live. Richard Stray, Bob Gibson with you. Tonight we are sponsored by Suzuki, and we are happy you joined us. Show is brought to you by Prep Sports Media, and our broadcast partners are LA36 and Bob. A lot of energy tonight. That was the first time. See what happens when the cheerleaders don't come?
Right? We got
See what happens?
We got to get the parents. Those are the parents from Rosary High School. By the way, that's the first Trinity League school we've had on the show here.
Are they in the Trinity League?
Rosary's a big Trinity League team.
I know they're all girls, but not in football.
They're the only girls team. The only all-girls school in the Trinity League. So the only one.
Idea,
Servite and Bosco, the only all-boys schools.
All right, very
in
good.
In the Trinity, just a little.
I believe Damien is too. St. Francis. There's quite a few.
Well, those are different leagues.
I
Trinity,
understand.
But,
I understand.
But you're right. Plenty of all-boys and all-girls schools around Southern California still.
Bob, we're going to talk to a lot of ladies today. It is ladies' night. We got Foothill in the house. We got Rosary in the house.
Yep.
Beckman's in the house. All flag football. We got softballers, wrestlers. Everything's here tonight.
Volleyball. We got everybody.
Yeah, we got volleyball too. Absolutely.
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night. But right now, let's talk about some Southern Section football business. Of course, football is king, and in the fall, and let's have a look at some of the scores. Right now, we're going to take you over to take a look at the Damien and Rancho Cucamonga game. And we told you a couple weeks ago that this baseline league is out of control. And you had 5 teams actually that could win league, and now we're down to 3, Bob. We see Rancho Cucamonga defeating Damien, and what a game this was. Let's roll it. We see they scored a lot of points in this game. They had 24 points in the first quarter, scored 15 in the second, 29 points combined in the third, and then 0 until we see Damien driving right here. They were turned away on downs earlier in the game. Rancho had to punt to him. This is late in the game. And Damien just went to town, 3-4 passes, and what do you know, Bob? They hit pay dirt.
It's a quick strike offense for Damien.
Oh, no doubt about it. And there's
Look
the
at
touchdown.
That. There's the touchdown.
Now the score is 35-36, and instead of going for the tie, you got to give Damien credit,
Yeah.
Bob. They went for the 2-point conversion. We'll see it right here. It's a pass play to the far side, and it just goes incomplete. Somebody said it was intercept, but you see the ball come out. And anyway, Rancho Cucamonga, who's ranked number 50th in the nation, tough game against Damien.
No, and Cucamonga's had a big year, right? They've had a big year. Damien gave it their shot there. You're right. I like the decision to go for 2. Don't take your chances going overtime. You've got them on their heels right there. You go for 2. I love that decision. It didn't work out. But kudos to Damien, and boy, another great game, another in a series of such great games we've seen right there in that area all season long.
This is how balanced this league is, Bob. It ain't over yet. Rancho Cucamonga,
no.
having a storied tradition, top 50 team in the country, still has to get by Upland. If they do not beat Upland, it's going to come down to probably a coin toss, Bob. They still doing coin tosses now?
They still are doing
coin
coin tosses,
be a coin toss now. Because if Upland wins, that means Upland beat Rancho Cucamonga. Rancho Cucamonga beat Damien, and then Upland beat Rancho Cucamonga. That's if they win. That's if they win. It hasn't happened yet. So this thing can still be up in the air. My prediction is, and it didn't bode very well for Modern Day, but I'm going to come out and say this about Rancho, they should win league.
Yeah,
they should beat Upland.
This may not be the easiest thing to sort out, but they will sort it out. Don't forget, Damien had that tough season a year ago, right?
Yep,
I mean,
did.
just played such a tough schedule, couldn't get over the hump. Came back this year, probably a little more of an appropriate schedule for them, and they've showed you what a good program they are. And Rancho Cucamonga, man, they've been kings of that area for a very long time in that baseline. They've been really, really good. So it's good football out in that neck of the woods.
Want to mention Trey Wilson of Rancho Cucamonga. He had a big night. 156 yards, 3 touchdowns on the night, and that was all in just 18 mere carries, Bob.
Wow.
Tore it up. Great ball game, though. All right, let's continue on the scoreboard. Take a look at some more scores that were interesting from this week. Culver City against Palos Verdes Estates. And, man, I'm going to tell you right now, Bob, Palos Verdes basically won their 7th successive Bay League title, Bob. They're just unbeatable.
They have run roughshod over that Bay League for so long now. Culver City gave it their shot. Culver City, that's been one of those programs. They're always kind of hovering around the top 10 in the CIF rankings.
Oh, yeah.
They're always right there, a tough out for anybody. But, man, Palos Verdes, what they've been able to do to keep that consistency for that long, man, it really just shows you what they built in that program.
Yeah, all right, let's continue on now. I'm sure Palos Verdes will do well, and Culver City will as well.
Oh, yeah. They're
in
both,
the playoffs.
both headed to the postseason.
All right, let's take a look now at Sierra Canyon
Look at
and
this one.
Sarah. Sierra Canyon, man, 35-28. What a game this was, Bob. You know, Sierra Canyon's a top 10 team in the country. Sarah used to be one of those.
Yep.
Routinely. But, man, this was a great, great ball game. It
Look,
came down the last couple of minutes.
Sierra Canyon, don't forget, 9-7 was the final score in week 1 against J. Sarah, right? Now, we knew that was going to be a tough win. But since then, man, they have blown out every single opponent, including Orange Lutheran, another Trinity League school that was on their schedule. Nobody has even come close to Sierra Canyon. So for Sarah to come up big like that and give them that little shot at the end, I think that actually bodes well for Sierra Canyon, right? Maybe a little bit of a wake-up. Sierra Canyon just steamrolling people all season long, and I think everybody wants to see what it's going to look like in the Division I playoffs if Sierra Canyon gets their chance at either St. John Bosco or Mater Dei. Everybody wants to see what that's going to look like. Can one of these schools take down either of the two big giants?
Well, anything's possible, Bob, but I got to tell you right now, you know, this game was very close. It came down to the fourth quarter, last-minute scoring and all that.
Yep.
But, you know, I got to tell you, Sarah jumped out to a quick 14-0.
No, they did. They got on the board quick.
14-0 in the first 2 minutes of the game against Sierra Canyon? Really? That's like a gift, man. And then you blow it.
But then the defense came back. That's what got them back in the game. The defense got them back into it.
Sierra Canyon's just that much better. Don't let that 35-28 score deceive you. It's going to be interesting to see what they do when they get in. I believe it's going to be the open division. Is that open or is it
Division One?
Division One.
Division One game,
Right.
and I think that Division One tournament is going to be crazy. It's going to be Trinity League heavy. But I tell you, Sierra Canyon is as good as any of them. I truly believe that. A lot of people saying Sierra Canyon is going to be that school that will finally take out either Bosco or Mater Dei.
That's
not. That's a huge
it's
order.
Not.
That is a huge, tall order.
It's not. It's not. Trust me, man. They hope they get them
Well,
in the finals.
they want a chance, though.
Listen.
They give them their shot because they want that shot.
It'll be fun. It's going to be fun to
Yeah.
watch. You know, this is all subjective. They got to play the games, and that's why they do it. I still think Corona Centennial is the third best team, and we're going to look
And
at
they very well could be.
Let's look at the rankings right now and take a look where everybody falls in this week. And I don't think anything changed. I think everybody won this week, and we're going to see the same top 10 as we did last week. Bosco, Mater Dei, Centennial. Top 3 teams, no doubt.
Yep.
Sierra Canyon definitely in that 4th spot. Los Alamitos Poly, you see Rancho Cucamonga. You know, they moved up to the top 50 in the country this
Right.
week. That's a big deal for them. Orange Lutheran at 5-4, still, you know, two of those
Still
losses
hanging
have
out.
come to Mater Dei and Bosco, so you can't really fault them for that. San Clemente 8 win, and San Diego Lincoln is done with their season. They finished 10-0. They whipped everybody, man. They didn't even have a peer this year.
I think Servite wants a word with the makers of the top 10.
That's
I think
all right.
Servite's knocking on the door.
Yeah, they are. I agree. It's subjective again.
No, it is.
But I'd like to see these 10 get in a playoff situation. I don't know, maybe
These are 10 really
Top
good
seed
schools
would have to
right
be
here,
out of
though.
it,
Look
but-
at that. Look at that group. Look at that group
Yeah.
right there.
Maybe we'll add another one to make it even. All right, let's go to the national picture and have a quick look at that before we get in some of the previews. National top 10, Bishop Gorman, Bob.
Yeah,
They're
no
finished
doubt.
with their season.
No doubt.
However, Bosco Mater Dei play again. The winner of that game is going to leapfrog Gorman in the polls. You watch. I guarantee
Oh, that should happen. Yeah, no, you're right. Gorman's going to steamroll the playoffs in the Vegas area, in Nevada. There, they'll take care of business there. But you're right. If Bosco Mater Dei do meet again, and that's the probable matchup in D1, you're right. The winner of that game should, even with the one loss, should leapfrog Bishop Gorman, because the strength of schedule is crazy for both those schools.
the strength of schedule in the Trinity League alone is enough to put one of those above it, because every week you got to be on your game.
Without a
All
doubt.
right, got Gorman, Bosco, Mater Dei. Chaminade in Florida continues to roll. They're a week behind everybody else. Kahuku, man, finished out 9-1. They're ready for the playoffs.
Not bad at all there.
St. Joe's continues to roll. They are 7-1. They're from Pennsylvania. Sierra Canyon, of course. I believe that should be 9-0. Duncanville and Texas DeSoto are both at 6. And Mill Creek, Georgia, who beat, I believe it was Central, to get into
Yes.
the top spot. So here we are. All right, now we looked at the national pictures. Now let's take a look at a couple of games. Big game last week. A lot of big games because the league races are being settled. This week's even bigger because this is the end of it, man. Let's take a look at some of the schools of interest that we're looking at, and
Down to the
think
wire.
the games will be fun to watch. And let's go ahead and start winner take all, Yorba Linda Foothill. All right, this is the Crestview League. This is great. Foothill and they're 6-3, and they're going to be taking on Yorba Linda, Bob. This is going to be good. Doug Case looking to knock out perennial power and Crestview League champs Yorba Linda. They've been on the top of that thing.
They have.
Without Yorba Park got them one time in the last 10 years.
Right.
But for the most part,
Yorba has been there.
Yeah.
And Foothill coming off a big win a week ago. Put a huge number on the board, and they're feeling as good about themselves as anything. I know they believe they can take out Yorba Linda. And Yorba Linda, this may not be the same team that won that CIF title. This program may be just ripe for the picking, just a little bit. They're still really good, but Foothill thinks they can do it.
We'll see. Next game up is Cypress taking on Tustin, and oh boy. Here we go.
I don't know Tustin.
Don't forget, Cypress was in the CIF finals last year. They lost to Downey. 2 years before that, they were in the finals, and they lost again. Cypress has been on top of this league for a while. It's been 11 years since Tustin won the Empire League. Last time they won it was in 2012, Bob. You were probably about 12 years old.
No, I was a little bit older than that, just a couple, but that was back when Myron Miller was still the head coach at Tustin High School. It has been a while for the Tillers. They got some transfer students this year, a little bit to tweak in the coaching staff, and Tustin came out and said, we are going to do this year, and they have backed up every claim they made. So I expect the Tillers to push through and get to 10-0 this week.
Yeah, they're in the transfer portal. They got a couple of guys from SC. You got a guy from Oregon playing over there now at Tustin.
Notre Dame kid.
Notre Dame kid came in. All right, be interesting to see how that works out. Tustin could win their first championship. It's been a long time.
It has been.
They have their work cut out for them playing Cypress. All right, take a look at one more game, Sonora and La Habra. We've talked about these guys before. Listen, La Habra has been whipping everybody for so long. They always play above their pay grade in the preseason. That's why they have 3 losses right now. If you look in league, they are undefeated. They're both 4-0. Sonora's 8-1, as we show there overall. I'm going to tell you right now, if La Habra somehow wins this game, it's going to be just like the baseline league. It's going to be a coin toss, man, because they'll beat Sonora. Sonora beat Troy. Troy beat La Habra.
You never count out a Frank Mazzotta team. You cannot count them out whatsoever. 5-4. I don't care what the record is, man. Frank Mazzotta always has his teams ready to go. He will have the Highlanders ready to go in this one.
All right. I lied. We got 2 more. St. Bonaventure coming up. It looks like St. Bonnie's and Oaks Christian. This is another big game in the Mar-a-Money League. The Mar-a-Money League used to be one of the premier leagues in the country until the Trinity League got put together and that wiped everybody out.
Overtook them big time.
Yep. Hey, both these teams are 7-2. They're both 4-0. They're bookends. This is a big game up there in the very, very west part of Los Angeles, bordering Canyon Country. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's take a look at Edison and Los Alamitos. This is in the Sunset League. Los Al, Edison, both are 4-0. This is the same exact records these guys had going into last year.
Yes,
Deja vu. Los Al smoked them last year. I think Los Al will smoke Edison again this year.
I agree. Los Al is on a mission this year. I think they have the horses to make a big run in the postseason. I think in their minds the postseason starts this week with a big win over Edison.
Bob, we got a lot to do now. We're done with the opening of the show. Now we're going to start talking to people. Man, do some good interviews today, will you, Bob?
I will.
Get some information out there. The people want to know. They have a right to know, Bob.
Yeah, they absolutely have a right to know.
And
we're going to talk to all these ladies back here, and we're going to find out all their accolades and what they've accomplished this year.
Find out what's going on, man. It's been a big year for the ladies, especially with flag football. Yeah. First wrestling came in, now flag football.
First year of flag football is a CIF sport, and we're going to celebrate that here tonight for sure.
John Conti standing by right now. John?
Hey, guys, I'm hanging out over here on the side stage. I'm hanging out with Jason Thomas, JMJ Financial. Jason's been a huge supporter of Prep Sports Media. Jason, how you doing this evening?
Doing great, John. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We actually missed you last week. We had a small Christian school, and I know you went to Calvary Chapel. Is that correct?
I did, yeah. I graduated from Calvary Chapel.
And how many kids were in that school when you were there? Do you have any idea?
I do, yeah. There was about 600, maybe 650.
And what was that like going to such a small school?
You know, it was interesting. I mean, I grew up there from kindergarten, actually, so I just kind of bounced around from one side of the campus to another. But it was also pretty cool to, just grow up with everyone and know them for, such a long time. It's almost like a family environment.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Yeah, we had Western Christian in last week. We've had Calvary Chapel on before. We just have the best group of behaved kids, and they're actually starting to be really competitive in sports. Have you noticed that?
I have, yeah. We had a couple sports that were, they were pretty competitive when I was there, in particular wrestling. The wrestling program was very competitive, but, yeah, they're definitely up and coming now.
Yeah, it's really fun to see all these people out here participating in sports. And tonight is ladies' night. We've got a patio packed full of ladies. We've got girls flag football in the house, girls lacrosse in the house. And again, Jason, we cannot do any of this stuff without sponsors like yourself. So again, we just want to thank you very much for being a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, please do support him. He supports us, and we're doing great things. So now we're going to throw it over to Bob to read the rest of our sponsors. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John. Of course, Prep Sports Media would like to thank all of our sponsors this season. Suzuki Motorcycles and ATVs, engineered for the unexpected. USA Water Heaters for all your water heating needs. USA Water Heaters has you covered, usawaterheaters.us. Rheem Heating and Cooling, the largest manufacturer of water heating products in North America, the new degree of comfort. Modern Woodmen, securing the financial features of nearly 750,000 members since 1883. Lighthouse Escrow, where white glove service is the only way they do business. Colosso Tax Service, for all your tax and accounting needs, call Ruben. RubenColossoTaxServices.com. Rockin' Brews right here in the city of Tustin. That's where we're at. Thank you to the entire crew. You need to be here as well. JMJ Financial, turning houses into homes, one loan at a time. As you heard from Jason Thomas, JMJ Financial for all your home lending needs. And DeForest Realty. Dan says it each and every week. If he can drive there, he can sell there. Back over to Rich on the desk.
Live on the fly over here on the side. Bob, they should have put a camera on you, man. What's up? All right, we're sitting here with Ashley Lando. And Ashley, you are the girls' flag football coach over at Foothill High School. But that's not all. You do softball too, right?
Yeah, so I coached the JV softball team last year at Foothill as well.
Oh, great. How'd that go?
It was fun. It was my first coaching experience, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity because it really taught me a lot to kind of segue into this next opportunity.
Yeah, flag football. So let's talk about that because that's pretty much what we're celebrating tonight. It is football season, and the girls' flag football season, I believe, just concluded. No championships this year. The SHIAP just sanctioned it, trying to figure out who everybody is, and then they'll go ahead and start dropping the hammer, having playoffs and stuff like that. But let's talk, Ashley, a little bit about your situation at Foothill. You're a first-year head coach.
Yes.
And how did that go for you? I mean, you've obviously nobody's ever coached it at the high school level. There have been club, but not at the high school level. What was it like putting the team together? How did you do it? What were the expectations?
Yeah, so it really was a whirlwind from finding out when I was the head coach to kind of starting this program. We had about 4 months to get everything together, but it's honestly been the best experience. And these are a great group of girls to coach. And the unique thing about this being a new program is that I really got to kind of come in and make it my own.
Right.
So we just really spent a lot of time in the beginning trying to create a positive team culture where all the girls were on the same page about what our vision and our mission is and wanting to grow the program and grow this sport for women athletes. And we just have a really great coaching staff, all aligned on the same kind of vision. So I'm really excited to see where we're going to go in the future. But it's been a really fun and awesome experience so far.
Now, before that, your background in flag football was strictly as a player, as was probably everybody else, because, again, first year, there's a handful of girls that have been coaching at the club level, but just a handful. There's 500 schools in the southern section or more. So let's talk about your experience level coming in. I mean, you had to make it your own. You had to come up with a plan. All this is ground level, brand new. You're the CEO. What did you do? How did you approach this?
Yeah, so I actually did play in college. I went to UC Riverside, and I was the quarterback, so I did have a couple years experience playing, and it was the best experience, I would say, of my college experience. So I really wanted to share that with the girls. But I'm still learning. Like you said, this is my first year coaching flag. So it's been a learning experience. I have a great coaching staff that does, we all work well with each other, and we kind of just adapt what we do to fit our players and who they are. So like the plays we come up with, the things that we do, it's adapted specifically to our girls because we get to know them so well.
Their talent level.
We know their skill level, what works for them, and I think that's what's led to some success on the field.
How many girls did you inherit that actually had experience playing flag football?
We just had one girl who had 1 season of experience, so it was really starting from scratch and just teaching all the girls like just basics in general.
Now, if you look over to the side stage where Bob Gibson is, who does he have? And let's start from right to left.
Okay, so on the right, we have Belle Zamarripa. She is a freshman, and she was our quarterback for this season. She also played on defense as well. She's just a powerhouse of a player.
They call her Zammy, what's her?
Zamarripa?
No, what do they call her? They don't call her Zamarripa. No way.
They just call her Belle.
Belle? Is that right? Belle, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
And then in the middle, we have Harley Chavez. She was our center this year. So our original center had a broken collarbone in one of our games. So Harley stepped up and has been amazing this season. She also plays on defense as well. Actually, every girl over there plays both ways of the ball. So.
You said a broken collarbone?
Yeah.
All right.
She's back here somewhere.
That's new to me. That's crazy.
I know. We were unfortunately plagued with a lot of injuries in the beginning of this season. So
it's going to happen. It's always at the even the kids that play football with the pads on, cramp city, and that's what it usually is.
Right. So navigating all that was tricky. And last but not least, we have Kennedy Lynn. She's a senior. Just great athlete overall. She was one of our receivers. She also can throw the ball really well. So we had some plays where she's throwing, little trick plays. And then she also plays as a safety as well. So,
all right, let's
solid group.
Let's send it over to Bob Gibson and find out some more.
All right, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Belle, Harley, and Kennedy. We've got 2 freshmen and a senior here, and I want to start with the senior because I want to ask you. First year that this is an official sport in CIF. What are your memories going to be that you helped establish? This program here at Foothill.
I loved being a team captain this year. It was a great opportunity, and I'm just glad I was here for 1 year to be a part of it. And definitely my favorite memory is getting to know everybody, and definitely beating Tustin. So, yeah.
What was your interest level in football when you heard that this was actually going to happen?
I've always been interested in football. It's in my family's blood. So when this was happening, I was like, oh my God, I got to go for it. So, yeah.
And then, of course, the 2 freshmen, and you guys are going to help establish this part and then take it into the future, right?
Yeah.
So tell us your backgrounds. What other sports have you played that led you to want to play football as well?
Well, I also play softball and basketball. I don't know. I kind of just wanted to do it for fun. It just kind of just came to mind when it's like, oh yeah, it's an official sport. I'll do it for all my 4 years. So it's just like, whatever.
Has it stuck with you though? Same thing, same story for you. And has it stuck with you?
I was doing it previously 2 years before in different teams, and I wasn't sure if it was gonna happen, because you hear rumors, you never really know. And when I found out, I was like, oh, I'm doing this for sure, and I want to continue for the next 4 years for sure.
How many girls on the team actually had previous flag experience?
Me and maybe 1 or 2 others. It wasn't very common for us.
So what were the early days like for you guys out on the practice field? Was it kind of controlled chaos in a way?
Yeah, for sure. Before captains were established, yeah. I didn't know what I was doing either. I've never played before, so it was a really fun experience to get to know. And I loved having the opportunity to do this. So yeah.
How much are you looking forward to what this sport is going to really become the next couple of years for you?
I'm actually really excited. I'm excited to get new players too for the incoming freshmen, just a lot more people, and just the sport getting to get known more.
And CIF next year.
Oh,
yeah,
CIF,
right.
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't have it this year, but we have it next year and the following years.
The numbers are going to be there. I think
Yes.
Very much.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. And the best part again is you guys beat Tustin, right?
Yes. Demolished them, if you will.
All right, guys. They loved it. They had a lot of fun. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Bob. That was a good interview. All right, very easy. All right, a couple more questions for you. First of all, I know this isn't yours, but I just love a girls' football. This is a girls' football. Listen, don't yell at me when you put the comments in. I have nothing to do with
You
this,
gotta
all
wear
right?
it on your shoulder.
Yes, I should, but this is Rosary, huh? They made these. These are pretty cool, though. Actually, it's fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff to have. If I'm a footballer, I carry that around campus with all my junk in it, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Why
what I
not?
take. That's what I carry around every day.
So you're coming back next year?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, let's talk about softball real quick. So what's going on this year? You going to coach again, the JVs? What do you plan on doing this year?
Yeah, so I really want to focus on building and growing this program because we're so brand new and we do have a lot of work to do. I want to stick.
A lot of catching up to do with just one girl with experience.
Exactly. So this year is all about building. I want to stay committed to this program. And just splitting my time would be a little unrealistic. I'm also a teacher at Foothill, so I want to just focus on teaching and also coaching girls flag football.
What do you teach?
I teach math.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. You should rule the world by now, right?
Well, that's what's awesome about coaching and teaching at the same school is you really get to know your athletes on a completely different level. So it's been awesome.
All right, now we're having the wing competition. Are any of your athletes over there?
Yes, so we have Harley again, we have Malia Page,
okay,
and then I think we have Agatha, number 12 over there.
All right. Well, you know what they're going to do right now, right?
I don't.
You usually don't see ladies having food contest competitions, but this group is ready to do it, had no problem with it, and they're ready to shine. Okay, we got Elwood Brown over there. He's getting ready, getting set up. He's giving everybody their final directions. And have you ever seen this before, these guys? Usually they have chicken hats on. I don't know why we don't have the hats out today. Couple rubber chickens over there. Where's the hats today?
Oh, no. It's a different tune today.
What do you mean
this
it's a
is
different
our final night. It's a beautiful night. Won't y'all give it up for Rocket Brews for allowing us to participate? Yes, give it up. Give it up.
Bob, get those chicken hats out there.
Normally what we have is our chicken wing eating contest. But I have a lot of players in the game tonight. We have Foothill, Rosary, and Beckman, ladies in the house. So first thing I'm going to do is introduce my participant. And what is your name, young lady, and what school you go to?
I'm Lauren, and I go to Beckman.
Okay, and your name?
I'm Harley, and I go to Foothill.
And I'm Hannah, and I go to Rosary.
Okay. I got three. Now, the main goal is you guys are going to be blindfolded. As you guys put your blindfolds on, I'm going to introduce your teammates, your classmates, so they can get to know each other. Here you go. What's your name, young lady?
I'm Isabel, and I go to Rosary.
Hi, my name's Agatha, and I go to Foothill.
I'm Zoe, and I go to Beckman.
All right, come on over here. I'm going to step across the table. What's your name, young lady?
I'm Elle, I go to Beckman.
All right.
I'm Malia, I go to Foothill.
I'm Marisol, I go to Rosary.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something, ladies. Now, I know you ladies are sports ladies. What is your favorite sport?
Flag football.
Flag football's in the house. And you?
Flag football and basketball.
Basketball. Now, in basketball, what position you play?
Shooting guard.
Hello, working that jumper, girl. And you?
Lacrosse and hockey.
You must be tough. I already know. You play lacrosse, girl. Don't mess with you. Talk to me, young lady.
I like lacrosse.
Hello, tougher than her. And you?
Basketball and track.
You better have a jumper, girl, because I know you fast.
Flag football and wrestling.
She's the toughest of them all. So now, ladies, I need y'all to get you blindfolds on your face. Okay, let's do this. Like Popeye and Brutus. Hello, old school. Put it on, put it on. Now, we have two small slices. Don't cheat, because I'm watching. There's no time. You're going to taste it, okay? You're going to navigate it, and then you're going to let me know what's on the pizza. The winner, whoever gets the closest to the most items, you win $50. Credit to Rocket Brews. Give it up. So ready? Open your boxes. Can y'all help your teammate? If you need to, help your teammate. Thank you, thank you. Help your teammate. Ooh, yeah. And don't give it out no secrets, ladies. So grab one, and let's start eating. It sure look good, too. Uh-huh. Y'all can talk to them and say you got the right piece. It only need one at a time. Yeah, one at a time, ladies. Uh-huh. Take your time. Now, understanding, whenever you think you understand what's on the pizza, let me know. And you already got it. Okay. So her teammate, let me know. What do you have first?
Oh, me? Corn. Okay. I'm tasting the corn. Sweet.
Matter of fact, don't say nothing else. I need you to write it down. Because you saying too much right now. I need a pen. Here, write it down. Yeah, no, that's okay. You don't have to do nothing. I'm talking to you first. You like that? Oh, girl, you are dissecting that pizza. Go ahead. Everybody got the idea. So, okay, if you have it all, I got it. I'm cutting short. If you have it all down, I'm about to close the box. Okay, you got it? What about you over here? You got it? Okay, what about you? Yes. No, do you got it? Just say yes or no. Okay, all right. Now, put the piece in the box. I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it. Okay? Now, I'm going to do it like this. I'm old school because I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. So here you go. Take your blindfold off right here. Everybody take them off. Now, right under your school name, write the ingredients right here. Come on. Talk to me. What you think it is. Anywhere, write it there. Just write it. Just write what you think is on there. That's all I want. Oh, yeah. And write your name on top. I need whatever items you think is on there besides the cheese and the sauce. the extras, the toppings. Thank you. I needed that. Are you done? Okay. Next, talk to me, girl. Don't be cheating. No, go ahead. Just write it on there. This is good. Let me get my glasses on so I can see what y'all writing. Oh, girl, go ahead. You next. Don't be cheating. Go ahead. Ooh, Lord. Y'all good. Woo, y'all are good. All right. Hello. Now, Lauren, she said we had corn, onions, and olive, right? Correct. How you pronounce your name again? Harley. Harley said we had corn, bell peppers, and sour cream. And Hannah, Montana, hello, sour cream, corn, and bell pepper. Guess what? The extra ingredients were corn, sour cream, and green bell peppers. You two are my winners. We're going to take that $50 and we're going to split it 25-25. Y'all give it up. I want to thank Rock and Brews. Back to you, Rich. Thank you very much.
All right, Elwood, and now I see why you didn't have the chicken hats on. I would have put the chicken hats on anyway. I mean, it just looks good on this end. All right, Brianna Paz is joining us now. She's the head coach of the flag football program over there, the JVs, I believe?
Yes.
And, of course, lacrosse too, huh?
Yes.
What's up with that? You played lacrosse at one time?
During college.
Did
Cal
you
State
really?
Fullerton. Yes, sir.
Oh, my. All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about your flag football team. First of all, congratulations on completing a season. That's not easy.
Yep.
When you got everybody new, you don't really know who everybody is. But let's talk about the program. Like, why did you take the job, number one? It's always tough when it's a new sport, especially when it wasn't mainstream. But I guess you played in college, so it's not a big deal to you.
Right. Yeah. Well, first, I was given the opportunity to come out and help with the girls' flag football. And I'm an athlete myself. I teach PE, so I just love being involved, trying to help these girls out. So when I got the opportunity, there was no question, and I decided to go for it. And we had over 100 girls come out to try out, and that was tough. And then we, got our numbers to it. Yeah, we had to get it down. And it was just amazing to see the female presence and just coming out even with a sport that's well known to be dominated by males.
That's very true. Are you surprised at all at the reception the sport has received in the first year? A lot of times these sports don't get a lot of participation in the first year. People want to wait and see how things are going to pan out. But are you surprised? Because everybody we've talked to and all the games we've seen, huge participation. A lot of people coming out to see this.
Yeah, they want to see where this is going, see the program build from the beginning to where we're going to hopefully just keep growing as time goes on. But the girls were excited. Parents were excited to be able to have another sport for the girls. Some of them come from different sport backgrounds, very athletic, and then some are brand new to the sport, just play, backyard ball.
Well, the sport's on overdrive right now. We know last month they approved it. The Olympic Committee approved it to be a sport.
Yes.
For the Olympics. And then we talked with Katie Sowers and her sister a few months back when they had a tournament over at Beckman. And they're going to be part of it. So here you already have Katie Sowers, who was a coach with the 49ers professionally. So I think these girls are going to be big names in this sport. And we'll probably end up with a team, pro team possibly. This sport is just ridiculous right now. I'm glad to see it happening, though, for the ladies.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They love it. They have aggression, too. As one coach told us, they need to get it out. And flag football is a good way to do that.
Yes.
Your biggest challenge this year was what, as far as getting this going, from a first-year head coach standpoint?
Just trying to figure out where the girls were level-wise. Again, when we had so many girls trying out, we had to bring down the numbers. But once we got it there, it was just trying to figure out positions best to fit those girls. We had girls, great offense, great defense. I'd put them on both spots. They'd play almost the whole game, whether one end or the other. But that was probably the biggest challenge, was trying to fit the girl perfectly to where she would best benefit us as a team.
Absolutely. Now, who stands out? Are those your girls over there?
Yes, I have two of my lacrosse girls over there. I also coach that too.
Let's talk about lacrosse before we talk to them. Hang on a second, Dan. Lacrosse.
Yes.
Talk about lacrosse, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not as mainstream, I guess, as people would think out here in Southern California. I know a lot of schools play it. It's not on TV a lot. You don't get to see it a lot. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so girls lacrosse, intense. A lot of people, if they do see lacrosse, they think helmet and padding, like the boys team.
Mm-hmm.
We go out in goggles and a mouth guard. Girls come off with bruises after every game.
Yeah.
They like the intensity, and I have some of them that amaze me when they come out to practice every day, and they are rocking it and ready for this season to come.
What I like about it is the street justice the girls met out in when they play lacrosse. Not like the guys. You can smack a guy over the head with a lacrosse stick. He'll be fine. He'll get you later. He'll get you when the time's right. But the girls, instant retribution, man. You smack me, I'm going to smack you. But again, it's just the sport, and you don't get hurt with those sticks. Not really. Or do you?
You would be surprised on how many come off injured, but they don't say anything. They leave it out on the field.
Yeah. They don't let the other lady know they got the best of you.
Yeah, they come off with bruises. I'm like, what happened to you? I don't even remember where this one came from, man. But they always they leave it on the field. Once you come off, they got good attitudes because they know it's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
And they don't take it with them.
Exactly. As long as you know this, it's like football. You're not going to get hit, right? If you may be out of bounds, but you're going to get maybe late. But you're going to get hit. You have to accept it and walk away. All right, now tell us who the ladies are over there. Now that we set it up, sort of.
Yes, so over there I have a first-year Lauren. She came out first year, hasn't played. She, during summer to now, has made a great improvement. I was surprised to see the change even after summer tryouts. I can tell she's working on herself, and every day she comes out and amazes me. And then I also have Elena Kim, who is a second-year player and is a leader. She's sometimes shy, but when it's on the field, she takes initiative and tries to help out everybody on that team.
All right, Dan DeForest is standing by. Let's see what he has to say. Go, Dan.
All right, I'm here with Elena and Lauren. Now, you're both defensemen, right? So tell me a little bit about how you got started. What made you want to come into lacrosse and be a defense person?
For me, my friend, she was a part of the lacrosse team. She was also a defense player, and she told me that, not a lot of people play lacrosse. So I was like, let's just give it a go. I mean, it sounds like a good sport, so yeah.
So you just came out as a freshman, said, hey, I'm going to go out, I'm going to try lacrosse. Not a lot of people are doing it, and just jumped right in. Is that correct?
Yes.
How about you? How did you get started?
I decided to go out of my comfort zone. All throughout middle school, I was just kind of staying in a box of certain hobbies. So I wanted to try out lacrosse and just do something different. And I just decided to do defense because I used to play soccer, and then I did defense then. So I thought some of my skills could transcend over.
Very good. So like as Rich was talking about, hey, you get out there, you're playing defense, and you're covering somebody. Is it like hockey, like ice hockey? Do you go in there and just whack them and try to knock the stick out, or is it a little bit more strategic than that?
So it is pretty, Yeah, you can't really like go like all out and like push people, but there is still a good amount of contact, and yeah, it's pretty rough though. Yeah, it was really fun.
What about you? What's your defensive strategy?
My defensive strategy is to mirror the sticks as much as possible and to keep my stick really far out when girls are running across so that I can try and cut off passes or some kind of interception.
Now, can you guys as defense people, can you like hit the other person's stick and knock it down, knock it out of their hands, or is it more, do they call penalty on that?
Oh yeah, you can get yellow cards if you're a little too rough. And there's a thing called across the body, which is if you go across the body, then you get a yellow card.
And do you ever get to score a goal as a defense person? I have to know.
So for defense, we can score a goal, but we have to make sure that some of the other players are far back because there's a certain line we can only cross, like only a few girls can cross that point of the field.
Very good. And is this a strategic game? Do you guys consider this a strategic game where you have to use teamwork?
Yes.
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 All right. Good. Okay, well, I'm here with the two-star defenseman. Tell me a little bit more, like, has that made you more of a vocal, a leader, or been out of your comfort zone to kind of project your voice a little bit on the field?
Yeah, definitely. Like before I went into lacrosse, I was really, really shy. Like, I would never even raise my hand in class. But on the field, I try to be more and more, like just loud and really more engaging. And that has led me to be more engaging in class and like really like taking a stance. Yeah.
So it's changed your life a little bit being a lacrosse player, right? How about you?
For me, sorry, what was the question?
How has it changed? How has it changed you as a person being a lacrosse player?
I definitely think that I have more of a community. I kind of have like my own spot in the school. It's not just like you're a student, you're also a student athlete. And I think that makes the high school experience just so much more enjoyable.
So I'm with two great students, two great lacrosse players. Back to you, Rich.
Thanks a lot, Dan. I really appreciate it. Hey, Coach, you can get a red card and a yellow card, huh?
Yeah, some of them get excited when they get one because they're like, finally I got one. I'm like, no, that means you're hurting another team. But, once in a while, it's a learning experience, but at the same time, they think it's funny.
Unfair to ask you what sport you like the most, but which one's easier to coach? Or are there easy?
Oh, that's a tough question. Each of them have its perks and its difficulty.
And their challenges as well.
Oh, yeah, it does. Running routes on football and the defense trying to read the other plays and adjust. And then lacrosse, it's, I would say, a little more difficult because once it's on the field, it's on them and they control the ball. And it's just however they play is what goes. With football, after a play, I can adjust it. I can give you what's next, right?
Right.
But with lacrosse, it's what I've taught you, and you got to take it out onto the field and show that you've learned, and you can do it on your own.
Well, sounds like a crazy sport. I would have loved it if we were playing that back in the day, be able to swing a glove at somebody and hit them, and it's legal? Oh, yeah, that's great. Well, listen, you got your work cut out for you at Beckman. They're lucky to have you over there.
Yep.
I could see why the kids follow you. The kids love you. And continued success.
Yeah,
and thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
You're the best.
Yeah.
All right, now we have Bob Gibson standing by with a couple of basketball players from Tustin High.
Well, I got one from Tustin High, very familiar face, Gianna DeForest, and then we have a player from Aliso Niguel, the Wolverines. Introduce yourself to everybody.
My name's Kiana Alipur, and I'm from the Aliso Niguel basketball program.
Perfect. What does it mean? Is it it's ladies' night? We're celebrating ladies in athletics. Is it a different vibe around school when you're an athlete, when you're a varsity athlete? Do you feel like you kind of get a little more respect?
In some ways, I think not from teachers for sure, and definitely from classmates. It's a better environment to be an athlete. You have more to talk about with people. You also get kind of picked on by the administrators with dress code. They're more watching out for you for sure.
It's a higher standard for sure, right? Yeah. Now at Aliso, and great athletics at Tustin, we know. Aliso is the same way, right? It's been some really great athletic teams over there. Do you find the girls basketball team is right in that mix as far as getting the respect that they deserve?
Yeah, so we just got a new coach this year from Saddleback,
and he's actually taking the program a lot more serious, so we're actually being taken a lot more seriously this year.
Now, we have followed your career, of course, through your father, Dan, right? So you're a senior now. It's crazy, right? We remember you as a freshman, getting out there and playing, and now as a senior year. When you look at all 4 years, what are the great memories you have?
I grew a lot as a person more so. I definitely grew a lot as, a player. My skill, increased by training, but as a person, I feel like I've become a lot more calm. I've become a lot more collected, and, I'm just, basketball prepared me for life. I'm not just, this, scared little girl anymore. I actually am more prepared and excited to start my career, but when before I was just oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But no, now I feel a lot more confident. I'm a better person than I was before, for sure.
Do you feel like your basketball skills have improved over the 4 years?
Definitely. I've been coached by so many great coaches. Oh my God, they're the best.
What are you doing? What do you plan on doing for next year?
For next year, I'm gonna keep working hard. I'm gonna keep training, and I'm going to try to get into whatever college wants me.
And how about you? I know you got your eye on some schools as well. Do you have a plan yet?
Definitely just go wherever I'm going to play. I've been looking out, and schools have been looking at me, and I've just been keeping an open mind. And, I just plan on playing basketball until I can't anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the season's done for a lot of these girls here, but these girls are just getting started. They're ready to play their basketball season, and we're going to be excited to watch what they do. Congratulations. Good luck. Have a great season.
Thank you so much.
All righty, back over to Rich.
Thanks a lot, Bob. Appreciate it. And it's good to see everybody's getting ready for the next season. It's coming up really quick. And now we're sitting here with Nadia Escamilla, and she is a flag football coach over at Rosary High School, and also the head wrestling coach. Man, you have a resume on you.
Hi, how are you guys tonight?
We're doing great. We're having a lot of fun tonight. Got a couple things to talk to you about. First of all, let's talk about flag football.
Okay.
New sport this year. What made you want to get involved with it?
So I actually played when I was in middle school, and then I really loved it, but I never found a
home.
A home.
Afterward,
I didn't find a home. And when I heard that Rosary was going to have flag football, I was like, let me join. I would love to coach. And that's how I came across flag football at Rosary.
That is great, man. So tell us about your methodology in terms of how you're going to start a program from scratch.
So
I don't even know where to begin.
It's hard. But you know what? We had a really good turnout. The first time that Rosary heard that we were going to have flag football, we had a lot of girls. We had over a handful of girls that came out from different sports and were excited to just join flag football. So we were lucky. We came out and we had a bunch of girls.
How long did it take to figure out who's who can do what? Because that would be I'd probably take a couple of weeks just evaluating talent.
So Coach Matt, actually, he is a head flag football coach, and he was able to see who had what potential, who would work at what best position. We gave the girls to play the positions that they wanted. So we let them choose where they wanted to play and what they wanted to do, and then we were like, okay, well, let's see if this works for the team. And it worked perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, unfortunately, you probably didn't have a lot of girls who had experience, right?
We do have a few girls. We did not have a lot. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of girls.
Yeah, some of the girls in South Orange County, man, the whole team will be there. The whole team's played already. Yeah. They played 20 games, battle-tested, traveled the world playing. But that's kind of what you're up against. Wrestling.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. I have yet to meet a female wrestling coach, but I know wrestling. The girls have been wrestling for a decade or more, right?
Yes, they have. Wrestling has been around for a few years. The girls wrestling, just overall, is growing. Now there's actually colleges that have. I was going to say flag football girls that have a wrestling team now, and. Last year was our first year for wrestling for Rosary Academy as well.
All right. Who do we have over here at the side stage here?
Okay, we have Katie Menendez, we have Bella Contreras Demi, and Kira. So
All flag football players?
All flag football
No
players.
wrestlers in that group?
No wrestlers in that group.
You have any wrestlers playing flag football?
Yes, we do. We have 2 girls. One of them wasn't able to make it today, and then our second girl is Marisol Reza. She's also on the flag football team, and she is also on the wrestling team.
All right, let's throw it over to Bob Gibson. Bob?
All right, thank you, Rich. Couple of juniors, couple of seniors visiting with us on the side stage over here. Explain to us what it meant to you to play football this first year that it's been a CIF sanctioned sport.
Well, I've been playing since I was around first grade. So when I heard that I was coming to Rosary, it was like an automatic yes to play. Yeah. So it meant the world to me that I got to play one more year before I got to go to college.
Right. Were you relieved as a senior to know, hey, the sport's going to happen this year and I get to play?
Yeah, I had never played flag football before. So when I heard it was coming to Rosary, I was so excited. I was like, I really want to try this. I'm really excited.
Right. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest thing you learned this year?
Probably leadership. I was a captain this year, so uniting a girls under something we've never done before was definitely a new experience for me.
And you guys had so much success this year. What did it mean to have all that success early on?
Oh, it was so exciting, like to see all your hard work paying off, on paper. So yeah.
Are you excited to kind of leave a legacy for the girls that are coming up behind you now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a memorable thing to leave out everything that I put in, and just leave out, yeah.
Good memories to take with you as you graduate this year?
So many good memories. The team has been awesome and so many memorable moments. Our coaches, just cheering on the sideline, touchdown dances, running and cheering everybody on, even winning after the game. It's been incredible.
And you guys are ready to take this another year, right? And just keep it going at Rosary, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited for next year, ready to be senior captains and start over again, start from the ground up.
Perfect.
Yep.
Congratulations on having such a great year. Guys, our first Trinity League school, Rosary, and they represented well. Back over to Rich.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bob. Really appreciate it. Girls are well spoken. They seem like they have a lot of fun.
Yeah, the girls, they show it.
Yeah.
They show it.
Athletes are always enjoying themselves. Well, listen, Nadia, I'd like to thank you, first of all, for joining us tonight, and congratulations on getting this program going. I hope you have a lot of success.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll be talking to you once wrestling season hits. What, starts next month, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So you'll be back with us. All right, really appreciate that. Right now we're going to go to Dan DeForest. Dan?
Perfect.
Hey, thank you, Rich. I'm here with Haley Gibson, volleyball player at Foothill. Now, tell me, Haley, did you just jump in high school and start playing, or when did it all start?
Oh, I wish I just jumped in right away. I've been playing for 5-6 years, and it's been a very fun journey along the way.
Well, we see volleyball players, they're like 6'5" on this show and 6'7". They're crazy, they're taller than me. Tell me a little bit about what position you play, how you adjusted into the volleyball world.
Yeah, so being 5'3", I can't play the front row, so I'm a libero DS, so I serve, I play defense, I do serve receive, play defense, I just get the ball up, and hopefully the setter can go and set one of the attackers and make a kill off of it.
Very good. So do you pick the ball pretty good? Do you hit it all the way over, or do you set up your teammates?
Oh, no, I like to pass dimes, as they call it in the volleyball world. You want to pass it about 5 and 20, 20 feet high and 5 feet off the net, so setter can set it and get a kill off of it. So.
Very good. How many aces you have this year?
Oh, I had a few this year. You serve in between the seams and hopefully confuse 2 players, and you get a couple aces off of them.
I love it. Thank you, Haley. All right, back to you, Rich.
All right, thanks a lot, Dan. Really appreciate that. Okay, we're sitting here with Shelly. She's with Fanbags. And Shelly, real quick, I saw these today. What is this exactly? You'd say exactly what this is.
Well, I started this company 3 years ago, and it's so exciting because now my daughter's in flag football, and we can really celebrate a women's product for flag. They're amazing. They're football purses that are styled for each team, and with the help of Fanbags and Rosary, we've donated a purse to every single team styled for their team in honor of inaugural.
Numbers, everything. This is the greatest thing. It's definitely a handbag for ladies flag football. Wanted to bring it on just to get the creator up here real quick.
Yeah.
They can find him at Fanbags.
Fanbags.
I'm sorry.
.net.
.net. All right, Shelly, thanks for joining us from Rosary.
Congratulations, girls.
All right, back out to Dan DeForest.
Hey, I'm here with Rebecca Montgomery. Now, you're one of our biggest supporters. You've never missed a show. Tell me a little bit about what you like about Prep Sports Media.
Well, first of all, being here at the live show and feeling the energy of the students and the parents and everybody that comes out to support them, it can't be beat, getting to feel that energy live. But also being able to be a part of it even in the small ways, like having dinner with you guys here every Wednesday night. It's worth it. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Oh, we're glad to have you. Now tell me, you do the bookkeeping for Prep Sports Media. What are some of the things you like about the community work that they do and about all the ways they help the high school athletes?
Well, first of all, I love the spotlight that the students get here on camera at the live shows, whether it's in an interview or the games that they play. But not only that, the Prep Sports Media also gives back to the schools and the communities. They've already done that a little bit this year. So, it's just kind of an all-reaching community service.
Oh, that's great. And so, all the guys up there, like you said, and you really help us out with the books, and we really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about your business real quick.
Well, I love to participate and help out anybody I can, so I appreciate being able to be a part of this.
Very good. Okay. That's Rebecca Montgomery, a big supporter of Prep Sports Media. Now back to you guys at the desk.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dan. Really appreciate it. I'm up here now with John Conti and Bob Gibson. We're the four horsemen, but there's only three of us.
Well, Dan's over there. He's the fourth horseman. He's just off to
All
the
right,
side.
3.5. We got Dan over there right now. But hey, listen, guys, this is our third year in Prep Sports Media. It's been a lot of fun. We're still going strong. I like the way we've been able to every year come back and get stronger and stronger, supporting high school athletics in a number of different ways.
Well, we've done so many great things, and of course, we can't do any of this stuff without our wonderful sponsors.
Absolutely.
And of course, the good people at LA36 that are here, helping us with this show each week. But I do want to talk about what Prep Sports Media has done for the community. As you know, we are a nonprofit, and sponsors completely support us. And this week, Rich and I got to play Santa Claus. We literally got to go out to a couple different schools and drop off checks. And we went to one particular school, Western High School in Anaheim. And we walked in and we presented Coach Dan Davidson with the check, and he literally teared up because their school needed that money desperately to order some Letterman's jackets for the kids. So all of your donations are really helping with Prep Sports Media. Rich, wasn't that an amazing afternoon with Dan Davidson?
Yeah, it really was. We had lunch with him and one of his assistant coaches. They had no idea why we were there. We didn't tell them, but it was good to, again, give back to the community. 3 different schools benefited this year, which is great. We're looking to really up our game next year. More games and more shows. All right. Right, Bob?
That's what's fun about doing this, right? Is that we get to see exactly what our mission is. Our mission was to help these schools, and we made a difference. And so to hear you guys say how much it meant to Coach Davidson out there and what that meant to him in his program, that's exactly why we do this. That's why we're here, guys.
Not only the schools, but the athletes as well, getting the promotion that it would not be here otherwise. I mean, we're on a mainstream TV station in Los Angeles. We're also online at Prep Sports America. And so, we're trying to get the presence out, get the kids here in Southern California. A little bit more publicity. Some of them have picked up scholarships. I remember Dan Davidson telling us a couple of his kids picked up scholarships from the 605 All-Star game we used to do, the LA Orange County game. So there's a lot of promotion that we've been doing. And this has been by far the most satisfying, guys, because we get instant feedback from the community.
That's what's fun about it. This project has been one of the most fun I've ever been a part of because of that very reason, right? We see the looks on everybody's faces, how much fun the kids are having when they come and be a part of this show, and that just means everything to what we're doing.
Well, we've done 10, 11, 12 live shows here from Rock and Brew, different school each week. And, we started with the Ladies of Flag Football, and we ended with Ladies Night at Rock and Brew. So it's just the perfect circle to start with the ladies and end with the ladies. And I just want to kind of piggyback on what Bob said. Our entire mission is to get kids exposure. And, of course, Rich said this too. And we've been able to do that. We've broadcast a couple games this year, and we're going to continue to do that. Just based on the help of our sponsors. So again, we can't do this without anybody. Are we missing anybody, Rich? We need to thank Alex Conti, my wife, who keeps us moving back there. Our entire crew back there of LA36.
Or are we going to let them go?
Where is Dan and Elwood?
I want to thank Carla and Annette, the ladies behind the scenes as well. Alex, Carla, and Annette. You you hit it right. I wanted to thank them as well. We have some ladies behind the scenes for us too.
Gio's back there, Larry's back there.
They're not ladies, but they deserve credit too.
Scott's over there running the camera for us. We just cannot do any of this stuff without you guys. It's been an exciting run, and you're going to hear more of us. Check out Prep Sports America on YouTube. Our live show might be over for now, but we're coming back.
PrepSportsMedia.org is our website as well.
On behalf of Bob Gibson, John Conti, Elwood and the gang, Richard Stray saying so long be for friends here at Prep Sports Night Live. See you down the road. Yes.